me start it? Okay. First of all, you know, it is a big series, and I'm excited about it. And the reason you come to Miami is to play in big series and play in big games. In my opinion, these guys grew up, both of them Miami fans. We're very, very lucky to have both these guys. I don't feel the last 2 or 3 years we've gotten a lot of breaks. And this year, that's 2 breaks that we got before the season started, both of these guys being ruled eligible by the NCAA. It's a credit to these 2 guys that they were named captains after a short period of time here. I mean, Erickson has been gone for a while, so a lot of our guys didn't know it as well, but they came in and established himself as a leader, and I think that's something that's very, very important to our team, for these guys as seniors to have that type of leadership and been out here before and playing Florida and playing big series like this is what's fun. You know, you come here to play big series, and I'm very excited about this series. It's a big challenge for us. Florida's probably got the best club they've ever had, possibly. We're definitely the underdog, which is not normal at Miami, and we're going to have to do the little things if we're going to win. That means playing good defense. They've beaten us the last couple series up there that's hurt us, and it came down to playing good defense. Low-scoring games, they got good pitching, we got good pitching. We got to play solid defense and get some key hits, and then we got a shot to win, and that goes both ways.
Jim, you said that in the past it hasn't been like this. It's usually the other way around. You guys, they're the underdog, and you guys in the past. Is there a mental thing you guys got to get over? When you guys were on top, did you feel like no matter what happened, you guys were going to pull it out? Is there, you know what I'm saying? Is there something like that with the drama right now?
Well, I mean, for my first 15 years here, we were probably favored every time we played. In the last 3 years, we probably haven't been. The last time we've been was 08. And so I think, you know, our guys got to have a lot of confidence right now. And they've grown with the games we're playing being 8-0. And this is what prepares you for the NCAA tournament. This is what gets you ready for the real season, which is the NCAA tournament. Playing big series, the Atlantic Coast Conference every weekend are big series against great teams. And this is another step right there toward the NCAA tournament that, you know, I feel good about this club, and I said that before the season started. A lot of the reason because we got some breaks with these 2 guys coming back with the other 2 players, so I'm excited about this series and our entire season.
What have you learned about this team in the first 8 games that maybe you didn't know before the season started or had a question mark about?
It's probably the deepest that we've ever gone in pitching. Our starters at this point are throwing strikes. It's fun to watch them pitch, and that's a great thing. We played some very solid defense before last weekend, and it's been fun to watch some of the guys hit like O'Brien that you know, knocked in a lot of runs and hit some home runs, and it's a good combination. It's a good combination. I think that's what I've learned about this club and our tight team, that they're learning what it takes to win, and these 2 guys' leadership is going to help them.
Jim, now you've got the scene with a few games up close with Peter. Does his power compared to, you know, other guys that you've had here, whether it's Burl, or does he have more power, or, you know, what do you think?
You know, I've been doing a lot of extra work with him on hitting since he's been here. I was out with Burl. Last time I saw Burl, I was out with Burl and Chase Utley at Prime 112, and nobody knew who they were, and I was introducing them. They came in for the weekend, and I was helping them on their hitting. It's kind of the same thing with O'Brien, and people believe me. The real deal is he came in first day, and it's good to watch him hit because he's got great power, but he can stay back and hit the ball the other way, and he's hard to pitch to. You know, you can't say, well, pitch him away and he's going to fly open on everything. He hits more balls to right center than he does to left center, and that means he's staying back. And I think Burrow did the same thing. If you look back on him, probably hit all speed pitches better than he did fastballs because he was a guy who could stay back and adjust to hitters, and he has as good a power as anybody we've had since I've been here, no question. And you compare him to Burrow, Burrow's the best hitter I've ever seen in college baseball, barring none. On the other team, USA team, whatever it may be, I've never seen a guy hit like Burrow hit when he was at Miami.
Everybody talks about the rivalry between Miami and Florida. This is one of the few places where it's actually culminates on the field. Does that add anything to the series? Just the fact that, you know, this is, you don't play football, don't play men's basketball.
Yeah, well, that's a problem. We ought to be playing, you know, as far as I'm concerned, and all the sports, because it's great competition, and I don't even know how long it goes back, way before me, and it's my 19th year, but it was a great rivalry with Coach Frazier, and you hear stories Coach Frazier would tell about different things and different games. Of course, we always won when Coach Frazier was telling the stories, and because he was telling the good stories. But it's been a great rivalry for many, many years, and it's fun to play them and play your in-state rivalries and know that we're going to have a great crowd. Know it's going to be a sellout. It's when we play on Friday night.
Do you want your guys to play like underdogs or play like they have a chip on their shoulder, or would you rather they, like treat it like Eric said, like just another series?
Well, I mean, we can all say it's just another series, but it's not going to be when they turn on the lights and the place is packed. So, we got to settle down and play the game. Just settle down and play hard. As I think Pete said, play hard and give it your best effort, have fun, and enjoy the game. That's why you come to Miami to play series like this right here. So I'm excited about it. I promise you I'll be tight. No question about it. I'll be excited. And whenever I get to a point where I'm not excited about games like this, then you need to put me out in the pasture. Because it's big games and it's fun games, and just like the World Series.
Can you comment on Michael Broad's season and the importance of him in the lineup to provide another bat to Peter and Ronnie?
I mean, all those guys, right now in the middle of our lineup with Pete and Ronnie Rodriguez there at 3-4 and Broad wherever he's sitting, I'm trying to get the hottest guys where it's just important for all those guys to protect each other's backs. And of course, Michael hit a big home run last night, a big grand slam last night that put the game ahead and put us ahead for good. But it's very, very important to have those guys in the middle to protect each other. And Mike's a guy's got really good power. And he hit a line drive last night that I was worried about getting over the left fielder's head, and it went out of the ballpark.
You talk about the bullpen a little bit and just how close you are to kind of ironing that out.
Well, we're going with Charlie Holstaff in the bullpen right now, trying to figure it out, to be honest with you. So we're experimenting a little bit for guys to establish their roles, whether it be left-handers or right-handers. And we know that EJ's our closer and Ned's our setup guy right now, and AJ Salcinas has been our left-handed guy, but we got to have some other guys come by through that, whether it's Fernandez or Suarez or Diaz or whoever it may be. We got to have some other guys come through too in that bullpen, because we have no complete games up to this point. We had no complete games to last year. I don't know the last complete game we had. I'm not a complete game guy. I'm a guy to go to the pen, get a fresh guy in there, establish your bullpen, get them experienced before you get to the tournaments, not overthrow your starting pitching, and make sure they're ready for the NCAA tournament and they're not tired. So we get our guys out pretty quick.
Coach, last year there seemed to be a void of power. Rodriguez gave you some home runs, but other than that, not much else. This year you add O'Brien, Broad's now starting to hit for power. How important is it to have that aspect of the team back to where it needs to be?
I mean, there's no question. I mean, you can win a game with one swing. That's a big deal. We got some guys that need to get on base, but we got some guys in the middle can hit with power, and that's what you need. You need guys up front. 1-2 slot that can get on base for you, whoever it may be, and let these guys get their acts in. We've already swung a lot of 3-0 pitches, and with guys in scoring position to try to be very, very aggressive and give our guys a chance to drive those runs in. So I think we got a chance. We're going to get better as hitters than we are right now. We're going to get better as the season goes with these guys.
What are your expectations for your team in a big series like this early in the year when so much can change down the road?
Well, our expectations are, I think, were established the day I got here. The first team meeting I ever went to, when I told them how happy I was to be at Miami and that good practice, and I turned around and walked away. And when I turned around and walked away, our team put their hands together and said Omaha. So that's our expectations. That's what they expect to do, and that's what they work for every day and figure out a way. I mean, we want to finish in the top 8 in the country before the NCAA tournament starts, so you can host a regional and super regional to get every advantage you can. That's always been our goal since I've been here as an independent. That's the only way we could really rate ourselves. It was the national rankings, whereas now in the ACC it's really changed, and you got to do it there, which the conference is it's tough every weekend.
But within the series specifically, is there anything as far as on the field that you want to see from your guys as far as cohesion or anything like that?
I just want to see us play well. I want us to play well to do the things we're capable of doing. If we do that, then we got a chance to win every game, and that's what you'd like to think. And I'm sure they feel the same way. But we got to play solid defense. We got to get pitching, and we got to get a couple timely hits. I don't expect it to be a high-scoring game. The difference may be an error, or in a basketball game it might be a turnover, or in football it might be an interception. It's going to be just a play here or a play there. It's going to make the difference in these games. So we got to be solid. We got to be solid fundamentally and not make mistakes. and play the game hard and enjoy it, and not get tight, play the game for fun.
You've been playing Perez at second and Broderick short, because Perez is dealing with that arm, you want to make it a short throw to first. Is that something that's going to continue, or is he closer to being 100% and being able to go back to short?
I mean, he's actually released to play short now. I want to handle it with care, and he may stay there for a month, and just so he doesn't have to throw as much to make sure he's well, because he did not play the entire fall, and then he was released and he went out and overextended himself working out with some pro guys actually, and I was watching him work out, and they were on the field, and Machado and Rodriguez and him, and they were as in A-Rod Rodriguez, not our guy, and so they were working out, and he was throwing full speed, and he ended up, his arm got tight again. He had a problem, so I want to make sure that we handle it with care, and we do our rehab program right, and he didn't have to make a lot of throws, and in 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, whatever it may be, he'll be ready to play, because he's our best infielder.
All right. Anything else?
Okay.